Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. The company which I am going to discuss today is a small cap company which is incorporated in the year 1931 with a capital of 1900 crore per year revenue. This company is Asia's number one and the world's number four in that respective sector. The sector which I am going to discuss today is the sugar sector. This company is Asia's number one and the world's number four in that specific sugar sector region. This stock has given a huge breakout just a one day back with a heavy volume, that is 350 million volume in one specific day. This volume has never been happened in this specific stock, and the high of the stock is 400 rupees. Currently the stock is at the price of below 15 rupees, which I am seeing a huge potential in this stock to grow in future. At least that's going to be from 15 rupees until 50 rupees. This stock is under my radar and I have invested a lump sum amount on this specific stock yesterday itself. So I want to share all the details and the logic behind why I have invested lump sum amount in this specific stock, and I want you to keep this stock under your radar and make sure you enter at the right point of time. This is the right point exactly to enter into this stock is because we have a specific stop loss where we could get out from the stock if it gets reverse, and we have a huge profits if the stock moves on our direction. This is going to be a huge multi-bagger for all of us. So the reason I'm going to let you know and let you show the details of the specific stock with the help of fundamental as well as with the technical chart patterns, so that you can keep the stock under your radar and make sure you enter the stock at right point of time. You need to keep two things in mind just before entering into any stock. The first and the foremost is keeping the stop loss. Make sure you keep the stop loss at all the time. And the second thing is exit price. Make sure you exit the stock at whatever the price which I have mentioned. Don't be greedy. It's because none of the company is going to be grow continuously for a longer period of time. That never happened in any of the stock. There would be a consolidation in each and every stock. So the reason, make sure you exit the stock at the right price so that you will get a good profits, you will get a good benefit from the stock. Let's go ahead into the system and let's have a deep dive, the technical analysis with the help of chart patterns, candlestick patterns, buyers and the seller psychology, and let's have a discussion on some fundamental of this specific stock. Hi friends, welcome back. The stock which I was referring is a Bajaj Hindusthan Sugar Limited. If you see the website for that specific company, you could able to find who are the investors and what are the majority of investors and how much is the percentage that they have, and what are the mutual funds that they have invested into this specific stock, and what are the foreign investors and who are the domestic investors, and how much percentage that they are already invested into this specific stock. Let's go ahead and have a look on the fundamental analysis. For me, the fundamentals of this company is not that great, is because if you see the gross profits of this company, the gross profits were decreased from 2252 crore to 1026 crore. And if you see the net income of this company, the net income of this company is not great when it compared to the previous quarter, that is June until August. But now if you go to the technical analysis, which is my favorite, I see a huge potential when it compares to the technical analysis. If you see this candle, the green candle with a heavy volume, that is 188 million volume in one day. If you compare it with the weekly volume, see how big is that. It's a 350 million volume in 1 week. It never happened in this stock. If you compare the volume for the entire stock with the previous years from the day one of this company, this is the biggest and the huge volume which encountered in last week. And then the volume for this stock in just 1 day is kind of 180 million. That's a very big and huge volume for that company. And if you see the chart patterns over here, I have clearly mentioned the chart patterns. See, the stock was continuously in a bear phase. I mean, from April 2022 until August 2022. If you see the chart here, the stock has given a huge breakout with a little volume, and then from downtrend it changed to a consolidation phase. Like the bulls and the bears were continuously fighting to have a demand, to have a control on the stock. That's why you could able to see the chart on my screen where the red candles and the green candles were forming in a similar parallel channel. And then if you see this candle with a huge volume, 51 million volume in one day, which has a huge breakout from that specific parallel channel, which means that the bull has a full control on the specific stock with a 50 million volume. And if you see the candle on the next day, which is heavily formed with 188 million volume with another big green candle, this means that bulls has a full control, meaning like the buyers has a full control on the specific stock from downtrend to consolidation to an uptrend. So currently the stock is going to be an uptrend. If you see the pattern over here, this pattern which is called as a pennant, bull pennant, this pattern which in terms of technical called as a bull pennant pattern, meaning that this stock, these candles are going to be consolidation in the bull pattern, and then from there it's going to move further like this. This will do a consolidation like this, and then this, and then this, and then will move up, will give you a huge breakout within the bull pennant and will move until to the next targets. So my recommendation is here, this is the target one which we could able to consider. Now currently the stock is at 15.45 rupees, which is a very low price. That's why I call as a small cap company. So the first target which we can consider is 18.70 rupees, and the second target is 21.95 rupees, and the third target is 24.75 rupees. So the stop loss is going to be just here, which is 13.65. I am recommending this stock is because like the risk and reward is huge here. The stop loss is just below 1 rupee 50 paise, but the reward is almost going to be 10 rupees, which is kind of 1:10. So if you enter the stock, I would suggest you to enter the stock exactly at 14.70 rupees to 15.20 rupees. So if you enter the stock in between 14.70 to 15.20, you have a 1:10 risk reward, meaning like you lose 1 rupee but you gain on the other side is a 10 rupee. So I am sure that this stock is going to give us a huge profits in future within a short span of time, which is going to hit the target 1, the target 2 and the target 3. My recommendation is to well aware what's happening exactly at the target 1 and what's happening exactly at the target 2 and what's happening exactly at the target 3. What kind of the candles which are forming at target 1 and target 2 and target 3. It's because like if you see the stock is continuously move from target 1, move from this price to target 1, right? And if you see a consolidation over here, then that is a very good sign. If we see that the stock move from here to target 1 and there is a huge big red candle with a heavy volume, then that's going to be end for that specific stock which is going into a reverse. So you need to make sure what kind of candle or what kind of pattern is going to be happened at target 1, target 2 and target 3, and what exactly the buyer's psychology and the seller psychology. Is that the number of buyers are getting increased or is that the number of sellers are getting increased? So as according to that, you need to take your decision whether you need to exit from target 1 and exit from target 2 or exit from target 3. Make sure you enter the stock at right price, that is in between 14.70 to 15.20, and make sure you keep the stop loss at all the time. Whatever the recommendation which I am going to give you, make sure you keep the stop loss. As I said before in my previous videos, stop loss is the best tool in stock market, which we could save lots of money, and make sure you exit the stock at the right price, at the right target. Don't be too much of greedy. There were so many people and so many of my friends who were not exited the stocks from their respective targets. Still they are waiting for an years of time to go that stock. It's because like none of the stock in this universe is go continuously to and reach target 100. There is nothing happen in that way. So make sure you exit the stock at your respective target without a greedy, and then look for another best opportunity and enter into the stock. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe the channel, you like the channel, and put your comments if you have any questions on this specific stocks which I am going to give you a breakout stocks. Thank you very much. Have a happy, healthy and wealthy life.